I got you.
Is that going? Siri.
Yeah, that's going. That's going.
It's going now? We good?
Yeah, we good. It's good.
All right, give us slide on this.
You pass me that other laptop right there. My fault, man. I should have.
So you're a philosopher? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
I see it now.
I think very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, the teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
Let's begin.
Oh, nothing right now. Nothing.
Welcome to the Bils Podcast.
Peace.
We are all back in the building again.
Oh, the original amigos.
It's been a long time. I'm Pitch,
I'm Rocket. What up? Wendell Scott.
and we just want to say thank you for rocking with us tonight on the Bils Podcast.
Yes, Lord.
So Rocket, how was your week?
You know what, man? The week was pretty quick. This weather is crazy. We had a couple of beautiful days. I was working on the girls' play set, so I got that 90%. Well, it's done for the time being.
Different time.
It'll do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it ain't 100%, but it's that like 93.5. It'll do standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, week is good. The weekend looks better.
Yeah.
Bucks look like
the Bucks.
we on that run, so we serious about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your week, man?
Wendell Scott. Well, that's Wendell.
Oh, okay.
I'll be the last one.
Just jumping around here.
Great week, busy. Like you said, the weather was all over the place. The Bucks, I can't believe what's going on.
How come you can't believe that?
No, not at all. Not
I
at
don't
all.
know if you hating.
I just call it what it is.
They caught me by surprise, like they caught the rest of the NBA by surprise.
They catch me.
Okay.
Completely caught me by surprise.
Okay. I hear you.
And I'm not saying that they're bad at all.
Uh-huh.
I think that Giannis is the truth.
Yeah.
And I did my homework on some of the players that came from the bottom.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Now we here.
But I cannot believe that they're just taking on cast and just like a rolling train.
Yeah.
Destroying them.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That dude, he be going full Decepticon
Right.
through that pain. He be changing up like, what the hell? So how was your week, man?
My week was up and down, dog. My week was up and down.
Is that you being nasty, baby? Or
No, not up and down. I'll leave that where that is. But yeah, dog. Emotionally up and down.
why is that?
Just because of some stuff that we'll talk about later.
Okay.
It's just got me in a headspace. I realized that my world is super white. Super white.
Yep.
And
I got a question for you.
That kind of
Hold on, let him finish his.
that kind of throws me for a loop. Go ahead and ask your question.
What's the percentage of black people in America? What's the percentage? How many black people?
I think in America, I think we are 15 to 20%. I think.
We're about 13%.
13.2.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I thought it was much larger than that.
No, I
honestly think that we are.
I don't think we are.
I just think because a lot of black folks don't deal with the census. The census tracks the population.
I had that same argument.
So
I think,
data is
I think if that's the case, I think we may, if on, I would say on a high end, from what you just said, on a high end, I would give us 5%. On a high end of 5%. So that still only makes us 18% if we say that.
Yeah.
If we say that.
If we say that.
Yeah. So I mean, because you gotta think, states like Montana,
But
ain't too many brothers up
Ain't too
there.
many people in
let me
Montana.
put my
Montana only had like I think there's more people in the state of Wisconsin, in Milwaukee.
Let me
I
put
think
my
it's like only
conspiracy
500,000
theory
people in the
lens
whole
on
state
there.
of Montana.
I think the census maybe they can be fudging the numbers too. It's all about
Who answers?
no, it's all about control, propaganda. They can say we 13%. How are we gonna know?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
well, here's the other part about it. So before we start getting into all this, we gotta do this.
Oh,
Hold on. We gotta get it full. We gotta say what you sipping on.
well, it was water, but I'm about to smoke on this nice little blondie.
A blondie?
Acid cigar.
Blondie
Yeah.
cigar. Blondie.
It's a sweet, quick smoke.
Okay.
You know, nothing wrong with it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you smoking on is what we're doing this week.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna finish off this old Forester right here that's looking at me.
Okay.
Besides, I lost the top, so it gotta go down. But I'm gonna light up this acid cigar.
Okay.
My man Wendell Scott provided. So salute to
All
him.
right.
You know.
All right.
Yeah, no clink.
Yeah. Puff
There you
up.
go.
Puff up.
Puff up fast.
Puff up. Or what you do? Yeah. So that's what we're doing this week. We smoking on
Yeah, man.
some Blondie cigars.
Right.
All right. Before we get started, we have not been together so long. I think we got to do this because the week that me and Inca Queen we did the podcast together. That week we forgot to do something that I think we should all talk about this right now.
Okay.
We have to say, rest in peace, John Singleton.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we forgot it. You know what I'm saying?
That was dope.
John Singleton was huge, dog.
Oh yeah.
And
We hadn't seen a movie like that since,
which movie? Because he did
his
more than
first
one.
one. His
Oh,
first
Boys in
one,
the
Boys in the Hood. It had
Boys
been
in
a
the
minute for us to have a black movie.
Yeah,
A minute.
And I was when that happened, one of the dopest scenes in that whole movie is when Lawrence Fishburne or Larry, I don't know what he was. I think it's still Larry at the time. When Larry Fishburne was on the ocean with his son, he said, "Tell me what you know." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that when he was with Trey, and they just talking and stuff. That's one of the best dad moments in any movie I have ever seen.
A warming.
I bet you'll take that back. What about the
Will
Will Smith movie?
What Will Smith movie?
With him and the son.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness was good.
He had
It
some all
wasn't-
dad moments.
I mean, but
that was a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the Hood wasn't.
He wasn't struggling.
He was struggling. Parents
wasn't
was struggling.
Mm-mm.
Larry Fishburne was struggling in that movie. The other dopest scene in that movie
What?
is when he's talking about gentrification.
That was dope.
Yeah.
And to the point to where now it's actually happening. You know what I'm saying? Gentrification is here, dog.
It's been here.
I mean, it's been here.
It moves back and forth. But let me tell you something. When it comes
Crazy,
to gentrification, it's never hidden. If you look at the city's plans, which
Mhm.
are open to everyone, it'll tell you what the next 10, 15 years are going to happen,
Yeah.
where they're moving, where they're developing
Yeah.
at.
I remember when I came home from the Marine Corps, so that was 98, 99. My mother lived down on like First and Hubbard.
You good this time?
On camera. All right, on camera.
My mother lived like on First and Hubbard, dog. They talking about that then. Moving all the black people out to the suburbs and moving them out further away
They
from
tried that.
downtown. That's they tried. They doing it.
No. I'm saying they was trying that all in the 90s, pushing all those black folks
Yeah,
out
they doing it.
to
They doing it, dog.
92nd and Brown Deer.
Oh, you got the Meadows.
Yeah.
So like a couple weeks ago, I went down on North Avenue. I was like on 3rd and North, First and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right before you go around that hill to Horton. Is that what that is? Holton, yeah.
Holton.
Before you go around the hill to Holton.
You were headed east.
Yeah, I was headed east. Actually, I was headed west. I was coming back. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I got around the hill. I was like, dude, it's only a matter of time before that area that's too close, dog. That is too close. Because if you really think about it, up to Horton, Humboldt. What is that? What street is that?
Humboldt.
Humboldt, right?
Humboldt, yeah, that circle, the hill
Yeah.
is between Holden and Humboldt.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
So
North
all the way up
Dallas.
to Humboldt, all the way up to Humboldt. It used to be rickety on that side.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you look, it's all the way up to Humboldt. Everything is all totally different. Oh, you know why I was down there? We was getting a stove from one of the ladies, who go to church. One of the ladies, her friend had a stove. We went to go get the stove.
Was it
And
nice?
she lives right on Humboldt, dog.
Yeah.
And down, so that's like crazy. So now just moving up, you know what I'm saying? Just gonna move a couple blocks, and it's gonna be all over. Yeah. It's gonna be all over.
Oh, let me turn down this.
Turn that down, bro. Yeah, because you got us in a loop,
Okay.
I just want to put it on the screen right here.
so you can see. Yeah, so that's it. So y'all know what y'all want to talk about this week? Anybody got anything else to talk about? So we just wanted to send a shout out to John Singleton, rest in peace, real quick.
Yeah,
Most
definitely.
John Singleton. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. We
Definitely.
talked about that though.
John Singleton,
We
shout
talked
out
about Nipsey
you know, to the noob.
Hussle.
What?
So who wants to start, or do I need to start?
Floor is yours, brother.
All right. So I want to talk about these two videos. And these two videos, this is partially why I'm in a bad mood today, or I was at a bad mood at work or whatever. Early this week, like Tuesday, like Monday or Tuesday, came out. There's this black man. He was in Texas, and he was in his front yard. The police ran up on him in his front yard. Now he was in his front yard. The police got up on him, started calling him Clarence, called him. They called him three in the video. They called him 3 different names, and they said, "Well, we know who you are. You have a warrant in Louisiana." Dude is telling them, I've never been to Louisiana. I'm not from Louisiana. What the hell are you stopping me for? My name ain't even whatever he called him. It started with a C. Looking like Clarence or whatever. He's like, and the crazy part about it, when you watch this video, he'd be like, well, show me. He's like, well, I got a picture. I know it's you. He's like, show me the picture. Show me the picture. Now, in the video, you don't get to see the picture, but he showed him the picture. He showed the black dude the picture. Dude was like, that don't even look like me. The whole time, this guy's wife is recording the whole thing, talking about that his name ain't Clarence. That's not him. He lives here. He never been to Louisiana. The police ain't even listening to him.
Nope.
Okay? So that was Tuesday. This morning, I see that it happened again in Colorado. There was a black college student, right?
Okay.
And he was outside of his apartment building. Now, it seemed like I didn't get the whole gist of it, but it sounded like he worked for the apartment building too. He lived there and he worked there.
Okay.
So he's outside in front. He was sitting down, but what he was out there doing was picking up trash. He had a bucket and one of those like hand tongs things, you know, those long things to pick up trash. Yeah, like that clamps down, right?
Yeah.
So the police officer walks up on him, and this is all on video. Now this one is the police body camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
He walks right up on him and says, "Hey, what are you doing here?" He said, "I'm working. What you talking about?" The policeman said, "I'm here investigating trespassing. There's a trespassing sign here, and I'm just making sure you belong here." Start asking for his ID, start doing all this. Now, let me go back to the Texas story. The guy asked the black guy for his ID. He's like, "I'm not giving you my ID. There's no reason for me to give you your ID." He's like, "You in my yard asking me, telling me I'm this guy, right?" So then go back to Colorado. He asks this black guy for his ID. The black guy gives him his college ID, right? So it doesn't have his address. He's like, "Well, I don't know your name, and I don't know who you are, and I don't know you. Do you have something with your address?" He's like, "This is my fucking house." Dude start cussing. "This is my house. I live here. I'm working here." He's like, "Well, just sit down." Dude was like, No, I'm not sitting down." So dude like started walking away from the police officer, which was really cool. The police officer was like, "Hey, sit down, sit down." He's like, "I'm not sitting down." He's like, "I did nothing wrong." You know what I'm saying? So this costume walks all the way around this building. He walks all the way to the back of his building. The police officer, you can see, and it's crazy.
Is it a building or is it a house?
It's a building.
Okay.
It's an apartment building.
And we're going to put the link in
yeah. I'll put the link on there. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an apartment building in the city, right? So dude is walking around. You can see the policeman in the video talking about calling back up, right? You start hearing sirens and stuff. He's still telling the black dude. He starts yelling at the black dude, put down the weapon. Put down the weapon. Talking about the tongs thing. Like literally he was
the what? The barbecue tongs?
The tongs that he was picking up garbage with.
Oh.
Now literally at the beginning of the video, he probably standing 2-3 feet away from this black dude, right? So then the black dude start getting mad, talking about I live here, leave me the F alone, all that kind of stuff. When he walks around back, the police officer started yelling at him, talking about put the weapon down. He's like, I ain't got no weapon. You know what I'm saying? He's like, put the weapon down. It's crazy, dog. So all this happens. By the time all of a sudden, like, and it's crazy. Like you watch the video, you see the dude like snapping off, right? All of a sudden, you look at it's like on the police body camera. All of a sudden, you see there's like 6 cops around this dude. They're probably like 20, 30 feet away from him, but they're like 6 of them holding their guns. And dude started yelling. He's like, "You gonna kill me now? You gonna shoot me?" He's like, "You guys want me to sit down and stop, but you fucking." He's like, "All I got is this thing." He's like, "All I'm doing is picking up trash, and you got your hand on a gun." He's like, "No, you're not gonna kill me." And one of his boys was up, and he's like, "Make sure you videotape this, because if they shoot and kill me, I didn't do nothing wrong, dog." It was crazy, dog.
So how did it end up?
It ended up so the whole time. So somebody came out, told the police who he was, all this kind of stuff, right? The same police officer with the body camera is telling him, "Hey, sit down. We gotta know who you are. We gotta know who this is," right? The black dude is saying, "Bring your lieutenant. Bring your lieutenant." All this kind of stuff. So towards the end of the video, finally, and this video is probably about 20 minutes long now. I'm gonna just tell you that. 20, 30 minutes long. I watched the whole thing. Okay. At the end of the video, the lieutenant comes and says, and so he goes to the guy with the body camera, and this is crazy because all this is on the film. He starts asking, "So what's going on? He said, "Well, I seen him trespassing. He was sitting back here."
What?
This is what the police officer said. He said, "I seen him trespassing, so I came up to him. I asked him who he was. He walked away from me. He never told me where he was. He never told me where he lived." And the black dude did tell him. He said, "I live right here."
It's all on camera.
Yeah, it's all on camera. It's all on camera. Because the black dude even said, because at the beginning he says, "Well, where do you live?" And the black dude said, "Right here." And like looked up at the address. He said, "I live right here." So like the policeman didn't believe him, all that kind of stuff. So the police is telling his lieutenant, he's like, "Well, he never told me where he lived. He never said he had an apartment here." And just about 10 minutes ago, but he told him at the beginning too. He says all this stuff to the lieutenant, right? The lieutenant goes, "Well, this is what," he's like, "Well, these people here said that he lives here. Those people said he lives here. You know what I'm saying? So let's just let this all die. Give him back his ID and let him go, and we'll get out of here for the day." And the dude was like, "Well, I don't know who he is." He's like, "It doesn't matter." You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, dog. This police officer. But the one thing I will say is, I guess the police officer who had the body camera resigned. That's the only thing. Yeah. That's the only thing that was good out of this.
They forced his ass.
Right.
They
probably forced him because
instead of being fired,
suspension, everything.
because then it's like if he's fired, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna say, duh. How'd y'all hire somebody that damn stupid?
Duh, it is crazy, but it just shows me how we as black men, we are, we are
endangered species.
Yeah, we're targets.
We're the most beloved, hated creatures on this given earth.
Yes. And the crazy part about it, okay, so go back to the Texas video, right? The Texas video, like, dude is holding the black dude by the arm. The policeman holding him by the. He's like, "Let me the fuck go." He's like, he cussing out, "Let me go." He's like, dude, you over here shaking. He's like, the black dude tell police officer, I can feel you shaking. He's like, what you scared of? You came in my yard talking to me. What you scared? Like, I can feel you shaking. He's like, well, I called the cavalry. He's like, call the cavalry. You in my yard. It is crazy. And it just reiterates to me how I tell people this. I tell like white people listen to me. I tell them this all the time. When I walk out of my house, I can't be who I want to be.
To Americans.
Why not?
Because I am an outspoken black man.
Okay.
So I have to be calculated. I should say I have to be calculated. I can't be relaxed. That's maybe a better word.
Yes.
That's right. That's probably a better way to say it.
Never be that.
I can't be relaxed. That's probably a better way to say it.
Never.
I can't be relaxed when I leave my house.
Never.
And sometimes I can't even be who I want to be because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Now here's the thing. And us as black folks, we say this all the time. We like the police, you know what I'm saying? We know that there's bad police, but we also know there's good ones. Okay, can we all agree to that?
That's what I said. That's a given.
But the problem with that is this.
We only know that. We only subscribe to that.
No. The problem is this. When you get pulled over, do you know you got a good one or a bad one?
No,
you don't. So automatically, we have to live in this bubble when it comes to police.
We cannot chew out a cop.
Oh, hell no.
When we know they're in the wrong.
Yeah, no.
Like, why you pull me over?
No.
You know what I'm saying? And we all been pulled over some bullshit. We can't do that just by the color of our skin.
Yeah.
They're intimidated. Wrong, I don't say anything.
They have
this, right.
They have this program intimidation. You said what?
I said when I pull over and I'm wrong, it's a different ball game. But when I'm pulled over and I'm right, I'm all at the cop.
No,
I can't. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, my move is like playing chess. I'm gonna survive the game because I know I can go to court.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing that because it's hard to tell somebody. It's like, man, stand strong. Don't let nobody, disrespect you. And they know that about us. They know they look to disrespect us, to move us off our square. That's why they start shit with us. There's no valid reason you can name any of them. Flando Castile,
Eric Gardner,
Sandra Bland. And the video came out about that. Yeah. It's like, look, there's too much evidence to show how black people are being treated, but more importantly, how black people are. We don't go looking for any issues. We just try to live out our day, raise our kids to make them better than what we were. And it's like they fuck with us on purpose to impede us growing and developing.
Here's the thing. What you said about the kids is true. All we really want is the same thing what white people want about their kids. We want our kids to do better than us. We want to be educated. We want the best that our kids can have.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
we want to teach them how to go get it and maintain it.
We want the same exact thing that white people want.
Yeah.
But I don't think that something
I'm
not saying all.
No. Hold on.
But some don't understand that.
But they don't understand that because they think we want the same thing that white folks have.
Mm-hmm.
But some people understand we want to be white.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of miseducation.
That's a whole that's a whole can of worms you might open up there because I can point things out, just basic things.
Because the programming has already showed us that white is right.
Okay.
You got cats bleaching their skin. Everybody's running away from blackness except our culture, not our experience. They don't want the experience. They want our culture. They want the hit records. They want the entertainment. They want the glitz and the glamour, and they want to rub shoulders.
We're more than
athlete.
We're more than that.
Yeah, we're more than that, and we show that we are America. And that may sound corny, but it shows that we can still survive and thrive in the worst of times. Because they ain't never been good time for black folks not in America. We make do with what we got, and we survive on our gifts that we've been given. Some people don't, you know, but you got the Beyoncés, you got the Jay-Z, you got, you know, you got the athletes, you got Jordan, and everybody is just trying to survive and make their short time in life better as they can, because you're not going to change the overall thing, because black folks are just we're not programmed or trained to come together.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think, and this goes all the way back to slavery times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other day, and I think we talked about this here.
Wow.
Oh, you don't like Django?
Oh no, I don't like Samuel Jackson after that song.
Dog, I love Samuel Jackson.
But here's the thing. So what he was just saying, how there's some black people who, you know, so accepted some. I watched that the other night and I thought of you and I was still laughing. But you know what I'm saying, if you look at Samuel Jackson in that movie, dog, he'd be like
Steve Harvey. He'd be like Steve Harvey.
Yes. He'd be like, you okay, boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do this, boss, and we do that, boss. You know what I'm saying? So there's black people who's only out there for survival. Dude, you know what I'm saying? They out there to survive by
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
Don't you think that's fake? There are
people out there like that.
Out there, I know some right now.
They may not be to that. They may not speak it, but they show it in ways that, you know, most people they hear what you say, but they don't see what you say.
What do y'all think about that, dog? Back in the day, we used to call him Uncle Tom's. You know what I'm saying?
But Uncle Tom was the coon by the door.
I'm just saying, what do you think about them cats?
But you know.
What do you think about that in general?
You know what? Let me tell you what I really think about that. Everybody ain't gonna make it.
Everybody ain't gonna make it. That's true.
And some people have just been blessed with enough education and autonomy, integration that we're not going to break for that. Some people understand we went through some hard things. Some people have parents who said, hey, I had to do this, this, and this. Me, myself, my grandmother had to clean houses for white people, rich white people. That's how she got her degree. Mm-hmm. So that's my grandma.
Yeah.
So, you know, we were lucky to get in those pockets of education. You yourself, half your family has more than half your family has their degree, and you have more than one doctorate in your family, right?
Yes.
So I don't know your background, but you definitely have gone to B school, and we're sitting here now. That's how she got her degree. Yeah. We were able to beat those odds.
Yeah.
Everyone's not going to make it, and a lot of people are just miseducated and misguided.
But I am going to subscribe to say that most educated people are more miseducated.
When I say educated, I'm not talking about just getting some type of paper. I'm talking about your parents have really told you what your history is, where you came from, what's expected from you, and what you should expect from your children.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, I think a lot of people don't have that conversation. I know that conversation was never given to me, you know.
But somehow there was something in your DNA that forced you to go after that.
My mama ass whooping. It speaks louder than
Let me because I may miss something. Go after what? You said go after that.
Go after being a better person.
No, go after the truth. Who am I? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I in this position in life?
Okay.
What makes me me? How do I change from here to there? Why do some people end up in this situation and I end up here?
I thought about that a lot, dog. I thought about that a lot.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, you know, why is it that, and maybe it's in the past, maybe it's, you know what I'm saying, but I've been thinking, why is it that I was born? I always think, why was it that I was born here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? You know what I'm saying?
In all places.
I'm just saying in general.
You could have been in Rwanda.
That's what I'm saying. We could have been in Africa. I could have been in.
What do you mean?
Huh? Why? I often.
Why was he placed where he was placed? Of all places on the globe.
Yeah, on all the places on the globe.
Are you meaning Marlon Pitchford, or are you meaning your soul?
Him, period.
Me, period. My soul, everything. My essence. Who am I? why was I born here in Wisconsin? I could have been in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I brought up Nigeria because, I did one of those DNA tests.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I'm 35% Nigerian.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm 75% sub-Saharan African. So
Okay.
I know that. I know that much. The other percentages is European. So
Time to get rid of that Cadillac and get a camel.
but not to get rid of Cadillac and get a camel. But seriously, I mean, think about it. Why were you born where you were born? Ohio or Mississippi or
Right,
whatever.
that's crazy.
Why?
Right?
You know what I'm saying? What?
Slavery.
And then what makes it smaller is when you travel to other countries, it makes
Yeah.
it so like,
Yeah.
wow.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
You can say slavery, but even
but
why?
migration though.
Well,
But you could have been born in Africa or wherever
Right.
your people
you could have been
from.
born in Canada.
You know what I'm saying?
France.
Yeah, but that's why I say is it your namesake or your soul.
Well, do you question
Both.
your existence? Not
Yes.
your namesakes. Why am I
Mhm.
here? What for?
Oh,
why did
all
I
the
come?
time.
Why did I
That's
come
what-
on?
that's
And
what
my
we
shit.
talk about.
I question like
That's what
what's
we talk
my
about.
purpose in life,
That's part of it.
on multiple levels, because I don't think it's singular. I think as a man you can do all things that you can do, which mean that you can be a father and you can go out and you can work and you can build,
That's what you're built for.
you can teach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You bring what you attain on the outside world, bring it back home to make your family better and stronger.
You're
Yeah,
a hunter, gatherer, protector.
So
Yeah.
so here's the other
I
part.
subscribe to a lot of like what it is to be a man and like profess, protect, provide. Those are my starting principles, and that have changed me since I've been in my 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I often think of this too. You kind of sit it down a little bit. So what am I? You know what I'm saying? What am I here for? Right? That's what you just asked. So sometimes I even think of like I see these white kids, right? And your daughter just graduated from college. My son just graduated from college, and I see all these different degree statistics.
Yeah.
Statistics. Now that's a big.
She's
That's
gonna
a
make some-
very hard
she's gonna
subject,
make
bro.
some
Well,
money.
she can make some money.
It's
Yeah.
easy.
But yeah. What was you about to say?
I say it's easy because you got the programs. You just got to know how to think.
How to think it, yeah.
outside the box to
That's
to
true.
get more accurate data.
You know how to link the algorithm.
Yeah.
It takes a mind to do that.
And then the crazy thing is I gotta take a statistics class and
Ugh.
engineering. That's gonna be
Keep that.
either in
Dude,
the
I
next semester
took
or two
statistics at UWM.
semesters.
It was open books. I had to take it again.
Man.
Hey, and I'm not the only one.
No,
Dude,
you're not.
that dude said 2/3 of you are gonna repeat this course.
Really? Oh wow. But anyway, but back to what I was saying is, so this girl is gonna take statistics, right? She going into statistics. But I start thinking, what is it that our black kids normally do? You know what I'm saying? Communications, because that's what a lot of our people go into. We go into, you know what I'm saying? Business, you know what I'm saying? Or manufacturing, or you know what I'm saying? But why? But why? Because
Number one, exotic degrees are done. That degree getting international business, get out of here with that crap. You need something that's
Hell no.
Let me tell you something.
Hell no.
Listen to it this way.
Who you are?
Listen to it this way. Wait. Listen to it this way. So my nephew says, "Hey, I'm going to get my undergrad in international business." I said, "Oh yeah, don't waste your money." He said, "What do you say? Why do you say that?" I said, "Well, what do you want to do?" "I don't know my own business." I said, "Okay, that's fine.
That's
You know your
different,
business. Now, peep this out. I want to go back and forth across the country. Take this path." And this is what I told him.
Mm-hmm.
Get a degree in IT. Preferably, you should be coding. That way, you can work independently and move from whatever country you want to and code as much as you want. As you learn these countries, you learn how to do business in these countries. Now you've got your own international business degree. Why would I put $100,000 into something that I could go over there myself and
I mean,
work.
that's-
and get that.
But you're still getting a special.
How many black
I understand what he's saying.
How many people do you know?
No, I
understand what
agree
you're
with. I agree with you now that you broke that down.
Oh yeah, I had to
You
go
know,
down. How many people do you know that actually get the degrees that they're working in?
But you know what?
That's true.
So I agree
does
with
help
you
you, though.
100% because I would subscribe that international business more white people because they already got like connections just because of their skin.
I was just on the radio. I just listened to the radio. This show is called Karen Hunter's Show. It's on Sirius XM.
Okay.
It's on the political. It's Urban View.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she had this dude on there, but he was working for some big company, and they told him if he wants to move up, he said he's a number 2. If he wants to be number 1, he need to do some international work. You know what I'm saying? So he went. So he ended up living in China for a year.
Consulting.
Yeah. He ended up living in China for a year and works for I forgot what he called it, but it's like the Amazon of the world.
You talking
Starts
about
with T or something.
are you talking about
Oh,
first we have Amazon and they have
I forget what it's called.
what's it called? They
can't
had a big
think.
IPO about 10 years ago.
It's like Leapfrog or I don't know.
I thought it was
I can't think of it.
it's a
We'll go with Amazon.
Yeah, no, but he was working for
Alibaba.
Alibaba, that's it. Yep, Alibaba. That is
Oh,
it.
that was just in the
Alibaba.
Alibaba.
Yeah.
Alibaba. He said Alibaba is the Amazon for the world.
For the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't been there, you get everything off Alibaba.
So he was working with them, and then he came back, became number. But took him to go. But the other thing about it is, Mark Cuban even said, if you want to be an entrepreneur, don't go to school for entrepreneurship.
Right.
He's like, go to school for business. Don't go for entrepreneurship.
Right.
So what you're saying, I agree with you.
And that's what I say all the time. These are mistakes. I'm sorry, community. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I will never tell a kid, go to school, go learn entrepreneurship, no. It's simple. It's all supply and demand.
Yeah.
Go get a degree first.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Once you figure out what they want, you can supply it.
You go back to school too.
Here's the biggest hint. And if you can't do it, you can subcontract.
Yeah.
You can do anything now.
Yeah.
Now you know accounting. Now you know the business side,
Yeah.
the marketing side,
Yeah.
and now you know how you really do it.
Yeah.
So
and
my
you can
only
also go back to
pushback-
school.
But one more thing.
Yeah.
When I tell black kids they start saying they want to do international business, I say, look, the best thing for you to do is start to learn at least 4 languages.
Yeah.
Because the other black people on those other continents,
They know.
know 4 or 5 or 6 of them, and they can move from any continent they want to. If you can jump off and get 4 languages, then I would say go ahead and get the business degree because now you're able to move around and actually talk.
People can do it. You can do it.
You can. It can be done the traditional way.
From what I understand, though, English, Spanish, and French are probably the biggest 3.
Yep.
And if you can,
And Chinese
and if you
and
can swing
Russian.
it, I'm about to say, if you can swing it,
Well, you know, and I
Mandarin.
stay
Mandarin's
clear.
hard,
I
man.
stay clear of Russia. You know, and this,
I never heard
at
nothing
this-
about Russia. But I'm
at
saying,
this type of climate, stay clear of Russia.
but I'm just saying,
But Mandarin, Mandarin.
I heard that's
but-
really hard to learn. But,
Yeah.
they
But
said
see-
you can learn those 4. If you can learn those 4, English, Spanish, French, and Mandarin.
But
good.
they-
Well, Mandarin might fall out with all these going back and forth with China.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
Ridiculous.
So I'm sorry.
No,
So
no.
that show I talked about, the dude who went to China and lived there for a year.
Yeah.
He said, now this was because Karen Hunter even asked him, did you learn Chinese while you Mandarin was? He's like, no. He said, I always had a translator. He's like, but you know what? When I got in those meetings, there was people who knew English, but they would not talk English to me in those meetings. It's crazy. He said there was one guy who did his undergrad at UCLA. He said he knew him, knew who he was, talked to him a couple times, but in those meetings he would not speak English at all.
Tradition, man.
Tradition, dog. Tradition is a killer. Because here's the other thing.
Power.
Tradition and
Let
power.
me put it like
We were
this.
talking about
But you
earlier.
say, right, but
Power.
you say it's wrong when we say you must come over here and speak English. Everyone's at me wrong, but you know when you go to those other countries, they have no respect for you not knowing
Because
their
they're
language.
paying you. That's the difference.
No.
They pay it.
If you go to another country, they don't care. You're going to force to learn what you're going to get a translator or something.
To a
They're going to
certain
play you the
extent,
same
But
way.
you know what?
Yeah.
You
It's
should
on
always.
you.
But you saying that force, and I'm just saying you should want to learn because.
So what's the problem? What's the problem with our current government saying when you come over here, English is our first language?
If they're making that a requirement,
I think the difference is
if they're making that a requirement. To me, that's moral and
ethically wrong.
It's not a requirement.
I think the difference is
they just choose not to speak to you.
See how far you get with that.
The difference.
So that's a choice.
I think the difference is though that America English is not our. We don't have a national language. English is not our national language.
You can play it whatever term you want to.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
English.
I'm just saying.
We don't have a national language?
No, we don't have a national language.
What's that mean?
Because when you look like at Chinese, Mandarin is their national language. You know what I'm saying? Russian is their national language. America doesn't have a national language. So we technically now, I understand what you're saying. Technically, you can't say, come here to speak English because English is not our native, you know what I'm saying? It's not our standard language. That's what I'm saying. Technically.
Default.
It's defaulted because that's all what we speak.
Yeah.
But now we're a sovereign country. We can call it.
We could, but we don't. We don't have English is not our. But you sound a little like DT. DT.
Who's DT?
I told him like that's his boy.
This is what I'm saying.
Why everybody keep saying that? I'm like, oh, you don't say
what's funny is I'm ferociously, everyone knows this about me, I'm ferociously independent. But when I say things that people don't want to hear, because it sounds like this, but it's this way over here. And I've been in other countries.
I've been there too, yeah.
I know we have a real messed up way of saying stuff, but you gotta sometimes look and think like, really, when it comes down to it, if I go over to Nigeria, they'll be looking at me like, you know how they do it.
Yeah. Hey. Well, it was crazy because
I get that in this country. So
when I go to Jamaica, if I can't move that patois,
but you know what?
When I don't scare me.
When I'm somewhere else, I move different.
Yeah, that is true. I do.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you
come
to America, you move different.
Even in America, I move different.
We're talking about people coming here.
Okay, hold on. But when you go to a different country, you move as an American. You can say you move differently, but you move.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna stand out as American, but I'm still gonna move different because.
But to them, you move as Americans. So
well,
they pick up. Yes,
right away.
Yes.
Okay. So they treat you different. Because I can say that about me. You know what I'm saying? I've been walking down the streets in Nairobi. I was in Nairobi walking down the street with cats speaking, and it was crazy. I'm with this big. I think I told you this. My boy, he's probably 6'5", y'all size, white dude, right? Me, black dude. We walking down the street. Dog comes up to me, starts speaking Swahili to me, right? I was like, I don't have no clue. My boy, who was a missionary in Kenya for 20 years, started speaking Swahili to the black dude. Dude was thrown off. He didn't know what to do. It messed him up. But you know what I'm saying? But that's, part of it is, I think part of it is, at least for me, when I try internationally, I try to get the vibe of people. You know what I'm saying? I try to learn people. You know what I'm saying? And then they respect you because you know them.
And you don't stay in the 5-star hotel.
If I don't have to, I don't.
Same
you know what I'm saying? I want to meet the people. I want to go where the people are. I remember we went to Jamaica.
Five-star hotel.
So we went to Jamaica. Right? And it was me. We went to Jamaica, and it was me and my mother-in-law, and she's white. Yeah.
We
was on a cruise. So we got off the boat. But it was my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, Mindy, the Inca Queen, and so I'm with a bunch of white people basically, right? So I was like, hey, let's get in this cab. Had a cab take us to the market, because the market in those type of countries, the market is where it's popping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, let's go to the market because that's where the good eats gonna be. That's where the people. My mother's like, no, we can't do that. No. She was nervous. She was nervous. I was like, let's go there because
they catered right to you.
They would have catered to me.
Where were you?
Jamaica. Yeah, we was in
the grill.
No.
OT?
No, we was on a.
Oh, you were on a cruise?
Yeah, we was on the cruise, so we was in Port City, because I know we was like 45 minutes away from Kingston.
Still gonna
be in my
I
bucket
can't
list.
think. I can't think of where it is. I can't think of it right now.
Okay.
So I'll let you know
It's
some other
Jamaica.
time, but yeah.
Quit shouting out all these goddamn cities that I ain't been to.
I kicked it.
But the thing
Hey,
is,
This cat was he was over there in a little, what is that, little old town,
The shanty town.
Lake Geneva. He just drove up. He called me this morning. It was like, dude, what's up?
what you Lake Geneva?
Yeah, I did. Actually, we were helping Bils,
Okay, yeah. Lake Geneva ain't bad though, but still, it's
And played at the the golf course.
I like to think. Like when I went to the Philippines, dude, then people start learning about the people. They only make it $3 or $4. Like what we dollar wise for what $3 or $4 a day.
A king
Yes.
over there. Dude.
There was this dude. There's this dude. So we
Till they run up on me.
no dog. They ain't run.
For real.
So,
Got money.
So here's the thing.
Like Pacquiao over there.
Here's the thing, dog. Here's the thing.
In
So-
Jamaica?
No, in the Philippines.
Oh, okay, y'all.
So we were
switched
yeah.
countries.
So the island I go to was Guimaras, and it's like an hour away from Manila. So you gotta get on a plane, fly an hour down.
Okay.
So every place you go on these. They call them tricycles, but it's basically a moped with a sidecar, right?
Yeah.
So we sitting in this. So we going down this back road. All of a sudden we come on this house. It's like this big old mansion, dog. It's humongous with a cement wall, like a 5-foot cement wall around it. I started asking who lived there. It was a dude who retired from the Navy.
Right.
He just retired from the Navy, dog.
And stayed.
You know,
He
went
got-
there.
He got some
His-
Iraqi.
no.
He got some Iraqi gold.
He stayed.
No,
I watched 3 Kids.
That's a Iraqi
I know.
guy.
he met his wife. His wife, they moved there, and now because he has all this money, because by then I forget how many.
He
I
got an
wanna
officer?
say-
Was he an officer?
I don't know what he was. I didn't get to meet him or nothing. I just know his house is big, and I know if you're retired, yeah, you have money, but like here, you have money, but you wouldn't be no king. Their dog was a king.
That's why I
His-
keep saying you go over there with
his,
your SSI.
I think, and if I
It
can
look
remember,
good.
and if I can remember this now, if I remember correctly, now this was back in 2007, 8-ish. I think I was getting $50 or $50 for every $1. $50 of their money to $1. And you got to remember, they're only making $2 or $3 a day. The average Filipino making $2 or $3 a day. I'm living large. I have more money in my pocket than probably 90% of these cats doing their whole house.
Or
You know
their
what I'm
whole
saying?
life.
Yeah.
Duh, you
No,
talking
I'm giving.
about- I would have a staff.
52.68.
No, you hear me?
52.68. The peso.
There you go. Yeah, peso.
So what?
The peso.
Peso.
So I'm
52.68 for our dollar.
so I'm
$50.
I'm balling, dog. I'm balling, right?
Yeah, y'all be balling so hard.
So it's like
Hey,
this.
what did you say? Balling so hard, motherfuckers can't find me.
So here's yeah. So I'm
Hey,
I'm breaking cats off. I'm giving them $5 tips. $5. Now remember they only making 2 or 3 a day. I got you for 2 days, dog.
You're a king, and they keep coming back.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
Right.
so anything I did,
the ecosystem.
anything I did, yeah, that's exactly
Listen, I don't want to believe in that.
was that.
So I've been places and they told me stop tipping like that because
Nah.
you're going to disturb the ecosystem. I was like, I don't care.
Listen,
Someone's got to come
man.
up.
Listen.
I'm not God.
A little bit you will, but
I'm not God.
yeah, and I'm
I'm
only
not
gonna
bad.
be, I'm only gonna be here for a week or
Hey,
two.
listen.
I'm only gonna be here for a week
It
or
only
two.
takes 5 minutes to draw attention to you. You know what I'm saying? You shelling out $5 tip like it ain't no thing. People gonna talk,
Oh yeah,
and they gonna talk to the wrong people.
So this is how the hierarchy works. If you're there short term, you'll never see that. So
Yeah,
you're there to live.
yeah.
What
My
happens
boy,
is
my guy. He
the
was
heavier class hustlers push out the little hustlers and say, look, boss, hire me. I'll take care of yard, everything, keep people
Yeah,
back.
that's-
So if you need
That
security,
works for me.
my cousin is secured. You pay us this. And you're like, oh, okay. They push everyone else back.
Good.
By the time you settle in, you have the people that you know.
Good.
They're
like
like,
my guy. When
I
I
don't
went,
want to deal with riffraff.
Right.
so my guy. So when I went to the Philippines, I went to go see my guy. He lives here in
I
Waupun.
believe in
He
class.
lives here in
Waupun?
Waupun. He's a
Wow.
white dude. He's a white dude. He lived in Waupun, and he moved to the Philippines.
Wow.
So now So now, most people in the Philippines live in these huts. Dog built a house that looks like almost like this house there out of bamboo, dog. He had him like walking like bamboo, like I'm walking around the house sometimes it's dipping down because all of the bamboo. Like you can see outside because the bamboo ain't straight.
Right.
That looks like a house here made out of bamboo. Had a bathroom in his house. A lot of them cats don't even have bathrooms and stuff. Balling. You know what I'm saying? Balling. People know who he is. White dude, people know who he is. Everybody. But he was like, you know what I'm saying? When he moved, and he knew who to, like, people knew who he was.
Right.
And he had his people.
Hey, I'm coming back.
So like when we went to the docks, because whenever you go any place in the Philippines, it's all islands. You got to get on these, they call pump boats.
Right.
So you got to get on a pump boat to go across. So when we moved to the pump boats, we had the same cat come get us all the time. When we got to the pump boats, we got to the other side, had the same cat come get us all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he moved. He knew he had his people, dog.
Right.
And so you
had
don't
his
have
network, you had the system, his process.
And he had been there.
And you become the source.
3-4 years.
They already have a network. When you become a source, this is what I always say is when you get around those people, you treat them like family.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know for $20, they'll come in and wash your clothes and wash
yeah.
and your dog on bath and hang them up.
Yeah.
African proverb.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why slaughter the cow when you can suck on the tit?
Yeah. So my guy, I mean, but what they got to do with anything?
It's like
I'm throwing off on that.
he's the cow.
Okay, I got you. So
I
like
mean, he in where he at again? Philippines.
Philippines.
You know what's
Yeah,
really
that's
strange
Africa
is,
too.
have
No,
you
that's
ever heard of
Philippines.
anyone of color going over there and having any problems?
I never had a
countries?
problem. I never
Like
had
you
a
might
problem.
run into something in Germany if you were falling in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Not enough people.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I'm thinking like an American.
But outside of that, as
Yeah.
a black man
yeah.
traveling,
I was walking.
I never traveled outside the country other than Mexico.
I'm walking down the street in Manila, right? I'm walking down the street in Manila. They talking about don't go here,
Right.
because they're gonna get you here.
Right.
No, I'm walking down the street. I'm walking down those streets. First of all, you know what I'm saying? People. It's information is key in places like that, so they know who you are.
right.
You know what I'm saying? They know who you are. You tell one or two people who you are and what you did and stuff like that. So they found out I was in the Marine Corps. Like dudes started coming to me talking about Marine, and started grabbing all my muscles and stuff. Because in those countries, it's crazy, dog. Now, and I don't know, dog. When we was in the Marine Corps, they used like people in other countries thought that we was crazy because they tell people in other countries to be a Marine, you have to kill somebody in your family to be in the Marine Corps. So people in other countries think that you're crazy and they scared of you and they don't even want to come by you. Okay. So when you move, but for me, I'm moving. So even
So I know the code of survival. It's like, hey, my brother's a Marine.
Cool.
yeah. So thing is,
They slaughter your whole family.
So when I flew from Gimmers, remember I said for an hour from Manila, from Gimmers, dude he had one of his boys fly with me to Manila, put me up because my plane, I had to leave early. My plane didn't leave till the next day, so he had his boy come with me, fly me there, and stayed overnight in the hotel. We had our own rooms.
Dude, they got $52. You know what I'm saying?
He paid for it, so he paid for everything. My guy paid for everything.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people that
The dude who he sent me with.
$5 tip is like,
Oh yeah, the dude who sent me with.
yeah.
What was his name? Cuckoo?
What was his name?
You
Sam.
know
His name was Sam.
Now, how much you say they were making a day?
They only make like $3 to $5 a day.
$3 to $5 a day, and if you give them $5,
Yeah,
they can live.
that's what I'm telling them. That's why I was breaking cats off $5. Because really think about it here. If somebody, you know what I'm saying, you go to the restaurant, $5 tip ain't nothing.
Right. You got to tip 20%.
I'm giving you $5. First of all, I'm only paying $4 or $5 for what I'm eating, and I'm eating like a king.
Right.
So I'm gonna brush you off another $5. So you
You might get the whole 20 because I might come back. When I come back, you put us at the big table.
Yeah, you gonna take care of me.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, but it was like that. It was like that in Zambia and Nairobi too, dog.
That's dope.
It's like that in Nairobi too. Nairobi, that was one of the best experiences in my life, dog. And I tell everybody this: the craziest feeling in the world is getting off a plane in Nairobi, Africa, looking around, and I was not the minority. That is the craziest feeling.
I don't know
That
You went to Grambling.
But that's still
I'm
in
being
America.
I'm being
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was cool though. I almost went to
Be
school
cool,
there.
be cool.
That was hot.
You
That was
telling
hot.
me, don't tell nothing.
Yeah, I ain't telling nothing. I'm just saying that was hot. But still, you know, because when
I'm
you leave
from
Grand, you go to
Mississippi, so
Monroe,
I grew up in
it's a different deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm still saying, you get off a plane and you look around and you see nothing but black people.
So
You go
that's
outside,
Crockers, but, yeah.
You go outside, you see nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That was the craziest feeling in the world for me.
Really?
Walking around, yes. That was an ideal situation.
That would probably be
freezing up or something?
an eye opener to me.
We
No, we still going over there.
Okay,
This is
Okay, that's you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is us looking at us.
Yeah.
We still going.
Okay, as long as you're still going. Okay. Yeah.
Now,
we still going.
I'm from a small town, Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Okay.
I carry a big stick.
And I stayed.
You
We stayed. You drink?
You gonna drink that?
Nah, you got it.
All right. I'm sorry, but anyway, Clarksdale, Mississippi. Mississippi.
It's a predominantly black town. I went to school with black kids.
Shout out to David Banner.
When I went uptown.
I'm gonna ask you about that. Just leave it. We can leave that.
Shout out
there.
to Big Fred.
We come back to that. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
We coming back to that.
But that's it's like my world changed when I moved up here to Milwaukee.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just understand.
The North?
And it wasn't even.
Just a culture shock.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
more. It was more of black folks. Like the black folks wasn't a community up here.
Yeah.
As it was in
Mississippi.
Clarksdale.
Mississippi. The state of Mississippi.
Well, you know
That's
what?
the great state of Mississippi. In Mississippi.
How old were you when you moved up
They
here?
say Mississippi.
I've been up here permanently since '86.
So
I
how old were you?
came up here from '82 to '84, and then I went back to
16.
16?
Nah, I wasn't even 16. I was
13.
I was 13.
Yeah.
I was 12. I turned 13 up here.
State of Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know where that's from, right?
Oh man, that's light.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we ain't got no gun line. I mean, we ain't got no
Gun line, boss.
the gun
The
line.
gun line. We ain't got no fence.
Hey, the crazy shit about that I remember about that movie is that every time he talked, he bobbed his head.
Yeah.
And like, I shoot both of you niggas.
The great state of Mississippi.
Great state, Mississippi.
All right, I want to go. Are you done? I'm sorry.
I don't know where I was.
Now,
I'm good.
Somebody got to get a live stream going on here. Something. The Bucks are playing. What up, Bucks?
I'm about to bring that online. And
Okay, so
but I like where this conversation is going with, though.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
When the hell did all this shout out to this person, that person start?
I know.
And why do we do it?
I think that was probably like DJ Clue or something.
And why do we do it?
It's hip hop, man.
Because it's the culture.
The culture finds a way of being different from the norm. I like to say hello to my friends.
Dude.
Hi, Mom. Remember that day?
I remember those
Now
days.
just get shots out. It's slicker.
But it's still, but the culture is still, shout out to the
It's an
moms
honor.
and everything. But the shout out is like
I understand.
who I'm rolling with, who I'm representing.
I know what a shout out is. Come on, dog.
But I'm talking. No, I know you know what a shout out is, but I'm talking about just the allegiance to where you came from. Like this is.
But
this
he don't know no David Banner. That nigga said shout out to David Banner.
Mississippi, baby. I listened to his music and he turned into be a positive black man.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that.
What's wrong with shouting out a Mississippian?
Big Crit.
I'm just saying.
Shout out
I
Big Crit.
understand why we gotta shout out everybody.
Because that only thing we're saying
Crooked
is
letter I.
that we are acknowledging.
But why do we have to do it to everybody? It's going so
just
far.
like
you know what? The reason why I started out.
Let me
Go ahead.
let me own this.
Okay, it's your place. You're right.
No.
That's Sippy boy.
Same reason we shout out RIP.
I didn't shout out. I didn't shout out. I didn't say shout out RIP. I didn't say that.
Rest in
Again,
peace.
love.
It's love. At the end of the day,
I'm just
you
saying.
know what? Hey, this is a great
Here's the other
philosophical topic.
Here's the thing. So
Don't interrupt me when I'm about to roll with the
go ahead,
thunder.
go ahead, bro.
All right.
Go roll, because I'm gonna come back.
We need to give the roses to the people while they are alive.
I understand that.
You know, so if we shouting out positive
I understand that.
Black people
I understand that.
that hail from different areas that we just bring up. And it
So-
lets us know that just even because you see gray in my beard, I don't know who you is.
Okay, so here's
This is what.
Go ahead, I'll let you, because I'm clapping. It's coming.
This was my whole thought. I'm not gonna kid. No, all joking aside. I know a lot of cats in Mississippi. I get an opportunity to be on your podcast with a dude from Mississippi. Whenever I think of Mississippi, I think of that beautiful black soil. But that's where they brought the slaves to.
Oh yeah.
Not only that, when I give shouts out to, that's what it is. When I give shouts out to David Banner or Big Crit, it's because no one paid him any attention. I'm from Mississippi. They painted you like you was from Mississippi. Dude went and bought a drum machine, made his own music.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Platinum.
Oh yeah,
In the midst of everything, his last statement on Instagram was what? 90% of our music is detrimental to our culture.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's why I gave him
the shout out part.
The shout out is
The shout out.
and
The
love,
shout out
man.
is
Love.
Yeah, I understand
Mississippi,
that.
baby.
I understand that.
That's
But
that pipeline.
I don't care about Mississippi. I'm just saying. Shout
Oh,
out. No, listen. When I say I don't care,
Your folks
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Y'all came
My grandfather, my mom's side.
Yeah.
He from
I'm
Lexington,
fucking with
Mississippi.
you. I know.
And my grandmother
there
from
it
the
is.
Delta, Mississippi.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I have
that's
some. So I have some Mississippi in myself. I have a little bit.
That Delta Blues.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
That became hot with hip hop.
But what's wrong with that?
I guess.
He said, where it come from?
No, I guess my other question is this. You know what's wrong? So I see us as Black people, we fall in line for stuff very fast. And I'll give you an example. In the church.
Oh, hold on.
One of the craziest things.
Hold on. Let's get a dramatic effect on that.
No. In the Black church.
Hey man,
in the
you
Black
better
church,
start something.
In the Black
I'm
church,
telling
one of the crazy things they say is what? On today. What the hell is on today?
I don't know.
But that's one of those things.
Let me say this. Let me answer that.
Go ahead. Because I don't like that, first of all.
I don't know what on today is.
Bad grammar is bad grammar. Damn it.
Hell yeah.
Now, let's keep it real.
But everybody.
We will let it go because it's Big Mama in there.
Yeah.
And you all get the mess slapped out. Let's keep it 100, dog.
You gonna get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
But in the church, that's all you hear is on today.
They finna go down. They finna go. Yes, they are. Finna go down there. I didn't come back.
On today.
I didn't come back trying to correct nothing.
So I'm just saying that's messed up.
On today.
And I can't. And everybody says that, or they used to say it. I
don't know.
Or the big thing now is touch a neighbor and say,
hold on,
neighbor.
Don't get me started, though.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
let's
get
it on.
Listen.
Hold on, time out.
Hey, man, I hate the most.
Hey, hold on.
If you want to teach me, teach.
Hey,
that's what I'm
first of all,
saying.
All this turning around and jumping jacks and jumping up and down and repeating
No,
stuff.
I'm with you because here's
don't be all that.
All right, touch your neighbor.
Hey man, I don't know if you Catholic. I don't know what's going on.
I don't like it. And it does not cover up. It really does not cover up your foolishness.
And here's the craziest thing.
I don't like it.
So,
hey, you already making me nervous.
You better keep that real.
Grabbing a man's knee, like, hey, start looking me in my eyes.
What those comedians be saying? I heard a comedian say he ain't going to rap. He ain't going to rap on concerts because you gotta always do something. Throw your hands in the air, do this, do that.
Yep.
That's how it is at church, dog.
Exactly
I ain't going to no Black church because they always want you to do something. Nigga, I'm here to listen to you. I'm paying your tithe, nigga.
No, I gotta get you tied out. So
I'm paying tithe to you, Negro. You supposed to entertain me.
About 3 o'clock, you'll be like, hey, man,
entertain me, nigga. Don't entertain. Entertain me.
I just want to go. Here, whatever it takes to get out of here.
I'm here.
I'm the same way.
I said whatever it takes.
I guess
Nigga, listen.
I missed out on that. I was born to be a
You
heathen.
lucky.
I had my up and comings, but I broke free of that.
Oh my God.
And
No,
I did not look back.
That's crazy.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm a PK.
What?
PK.
Preacher's kid.
Oh, okay. I like parts.
So this is how bad I was growing up.
Listen to this.
So it was a big deal to get on the usher board, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is how bad I was.
Everyone,
You
yeah.
can check. Anyone who knows me
Really?
will attest it to be 100% true. I was so rotten. I would go back to the back of the church. I done heard the same thing you preaching last year, the same month,
Yeah.
on the same day. I
Yeah.
done heard this before,
Yeah.
and I would fall asleep on the back bench as the usher.
Yeah.
It was times when people had to come in and wake me up
Yeah.
to show them where to sit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had to wake me up to go get to collect the plate.
Yeah.
I had no respect. It was dying.
Nah,
In that old tradition, I would sleep.
Yeah, dog.
I would
Yeah,
sleep.
dog. I used to do that all the time.
I think that's a rite of passage. If you don't fall asleep as a kid, something's wrong.
I was
with you.
disrespectful.
I'm talking
Straight dead.
middle school. But once I got my car, woo!
Yeah.
That was the best thing in the world. Because I ain't had to stay at church.
Right.
I knew.
There's only so much you can sneak out and go to the corner store, the ice cream shop. You
And
can only do that so much.
and the Sundays, and you know what was even great? Best the Sundays when I knew my grandparents was going someplace else, or they were staying at the church, because I would dip out of church early and be gone because there was no way they you know what I'm saying? It was like
Couldn't keep track.
they couldn't keep track of me. They didn't know. They didn't know.
They left you in God's hand.
I would be gone.
Dude, I would drop them off at the church,
That's
leave
not
them to my
left
aunt's
in
house,
God's
she'd cook
hand.
breakfast. I come back to pick them up when church was
Yeah. I was gone. Choo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So y'all got something y'all want to talk about?
Nah, hey, man, you know everything you want to talk about, man.
We've been talking.
God, you know
We been
what?
talking about everything.
Henry Louis Gates Jr.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That's your let's roll with it.
If you don't know who Henry Louis
I'm
Gates
about to say,
Jr.
you gotta
is,
tell
you should
people who
please
he is.
YouTube that. He is the man that does the DNA testing for
Just Google.
Find Your Roots episode.
Yeah, Find Your Roots.
It's called
That's
Find Your
Find Your
Roots. It's a big thing, really huge thing where all these
He
stars-
also got arrested on his property for
what?
breaking and entering.
Yeah.
Bill
Go
Gates.
back in the day.
Look that up.
So now let me tell you what's going on here. He does all the stars, and he happens to do Ben Affleck,
Yep.
Oh,
I heard about this.
right? So they do I have the show right here in front of me. We'll put the link on there. It's NPR, my favorite radio station.
I saw that. I didn't want to click on it because I do not want to give it
You're gonna
attention.
trip off.
You gonna
No,
trip
trip
though?
off. Right.
Listen
So
up.
what happens is, Mr. Gates does his job, which he does great, and he goes and looks at your DNA and tells you where you come from,
Tracks your lineage, all that kind of
all
stuff.
the way back.
Your family trees and
So
all
you
that kind of
told
stuff.
Ben Affleck that
He told Ben
you a
Affleck-
nigga.
Your
No.
family was slave owners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
Ben
little
Affleck.
niche that no one understands is that they got hacked. NPR got hacked. However they do their email got hacked.
Okay.
Ben Affleck says, hey, after the filming, hey, we sends an email. I can't have that on it.
I don't
Take
want
that
that
off.
on. I don't want that on TV.
Why not? Take that out.
Huh? Because he don't want people to know that
It'll
his
affect
family
his,
was.
his pocket.
So here's other.
No, it's not.
So here's the other part. So this is what I heard about it. I didn't really read about it because I listened to.
Oh, my bad. You
I
listen
listened
to yeah.
I
just
listened
had
to
a quick
I listened to you see, they call him the Black Eagle. I forget his name. Joe Madison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Joe Madison and him are really good friends. Joe Madison says, so all that happened, what you said happened, right? So Louis Gates does it and helps him out.
Mm-hmm.
He helped out Ben Affleck.
Yeah, he went to help him out.
He helped him out.
The email said, hey, I should
Ben
do this.
Affleck.
Well, let's do it. We don't want to mess him up.
So he said, okay, we're going to hide that part of it.
Right.
NPR or PBS, whoever, because he's on PBS, said, I don't like that. And that's how come he got suspended, because he did that for Ben Affleck.
Well, it got put out.
Really?
They
Yes.
actually put the emails out there, so it showed it.
Yeah.
So now they've stopped the
So
showing
Ben
for a while.
Affleck is not the guilty party.
No, it's his ancestors.
It's more.
It's his ancestors. Yeah.
But look at it this way. the real thing is, once you saw that they stopped taping the show, and this guy's wherever he's at in limbo, suspension, or losing the complete show, it's a great show.
Yeah, it is cool how they do that.
The guy who came from nowhere and made it big, and now you're making your own movies.
Yeah.
You're supposed to reach out and say, "Hey, hold on, let's make this bigger than NPR.
Yeah,
let's do this every weekend." And I invite all my friends.
Own your truth. You're gonna make it.
Own your truth.
You're gonna.
That's really what it goes down to.
You are taking that power because now you are in a place that you can make a difference. Ben Affleck didn't know that shit. He did.
No, he didn't.
And coming from a PR perspective, it's a perfect way to make it even more powerful.
Here's what I say, because if he never knew, then this would have never occurred. But once he knew, they start stirring the pot and say, "Oh, how can we cloud this?" Ooh, we already know. Black folks already know that most of these people
Most white people had slaves anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's not that we're trying to come after you because your ancestors had slaves. Shit, we didn't know. We're just trying to find out. We're just trying to be on a collective, we should be better because we are American.
You know what I found out though? Some white people are very touchy about that.
Sensitive.
They're very sensitive about that. So Mindy,
really?
Mindy was at a meeting talking about just past stuff, right? She's talking about historical stuff. This white man busts out. She didn't say nothing about dude bust out. I wasn't around for slavery. Why should I have to worry about anything like that? Nobody said anything about you in slavery, dog. Where'd that come from?
It's on his mind.
So a lot of white. That's what I'm saying. They feel guilty about they. You know what I'm saying? They know it.
Would you feel guilty? Wouldn't you feel a little guilty? Hey, I ain't ready.
I would feel
because when I go home, I'm going back to.
But
their reaction when they feel
guilty
is not to acknowledge and understand. It is to cover up and defend.
So I guess so.
And that's what we have in police officers today.
Yeah.
Same shit.
I think I'm on a different road. The bad ones, I think a couple of things are wrong.
Police officers,
they had issues in high school. They were punks. The bad ones now. Just the bad ones.
But
the other one is giving someone power.
I hate
giving someone power. Think about this.
No. This battery is low.
Think about this. Giving someone power and a gun, and they think that the judge, jury, and executioner. Now, if I'm raised saying, "Hey, stop! Don't move on the police." Not only did I say stop, and you a nigger.
Yeah.
I told you stop.
Yeah.
No, this is what goes next because I don't want to wrestle with it. No one's taught. You're taking people from high school and then putting them in a position with grown people. So they're learning on the street.
What were we saying before that?
Hold on. Let's not explain the weaknesses and the deficiencies of the police officers because they already know. They already know the cowards. They already know.
Oh my God! These guys are going to
now.
The finals.
What I want to talk about is just what you said. The police officers demonstrate everything that you point out. This guy did. Mm-hmm. He had a thought in his mind that hey, I wasn't around for slavery. Why? Nobody brought that up. Just like when you broke it down about it's like, oh, you trespassing. He had a thought in his mind that he was trespassing just because he was black. Yeah. Even though he had a bag and he was cleaning up.
That's racist. That's just racist, dog.
It was maybe he thought that was subscribed for somebody else that was not black. Or you are taking a good white folk job.
No.
It's all types of bullshit.
I don't know if I agree with that though.
Where I'm from, that's
that's true though.
Where I'm from right now, that's exactly what they believe.
That's true.
We're not hiring you because there's a good white person.
Yeah.
That.
But I'm saying
the thought. It's in their blood. It's not.
I'm saying the thought of it.
You said something else.
No.
I thought you were saying something to the effect of, but yeah, no, it don't matter. I agree.
The thought always leads them to fuck over black people.
Yeah.
Just keeping a buck.
Yeah.
So now back to Ben Affleck. My issue is, hey man, reach out to help that dude up. Make a phone call for him.
Man,
now, here's the thing. Here's the worst part about it. he's not the person who tried to help it. He's not really a journalist. That's an entertainment program.
Yeah.
So
he's more of a researcher.
Right. So I can understand you can bend rules, but if it's just you being a journalist, then you shouldn't even have your job anymore by bending that rule.
Yeah.
That's not journalism.
Yeah.
But for them to suspend the show, it's almost like what they're trying to do to everyone. Why would you try to stop him?
Because realistically, they don't give a damn.
Remember the last dude on PBS? Now he's on Fox, and they be jumping on him every day.
Who's that?
I forget his name. Black dude. He's on every day.
Don Lemon?
No, Fox.
He's on Fox, like Fox News.
He's on Fox.
Oh, I don't know.
The only black dude I follow
on
Fox, he's on that. He's on the Fox business.
Hold on.
Oh, you talking about Juan?
Juan story.
Really
Juan was he was with NPR.
Yeah,
he was with PBS and was killing.
Juan's about making his money.
Well, no, he made a mistake and
he's making his money now.
So when he goes over there and tries his best to talk to people, they just disrespect him like he's a little kid.
Really?
And what he said, he's on every
But
day.
you know what? He knows that, and I respect the fact that at times he holds his own.
But realistically,
you know what I'm saying? Because there's a tightrope. You gotta make your money, but then you gotta stay.
For him because he's just a token over there, dog.
Dude,
he knows it. That's why they hired him. They needed him.
But when he was solid, and because he overstepped his black bound, they let him go. Just like now. Dude, black people unless, like Jay-Z said it, unless you control and own your own shit, you expendable.
Oh yeah.
You're only good as that day. Soon as you speak the truth, whether it's positive or not, but if it goes against the white programming, you out of there.
Yeah.
And then now you got to go to the commercial league or the superficial league.
Or you got to do like Steve Harvey told Monique, huh?
He told her the truth, but his fault.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No,
he did. He told her the truth, but he told her in public. He gave away the secret. Make no money.
Secret. He told her to be Django. That's what he told her to be. Exactly what he told her. What your kids?
Django had a good outcome.
And where's his black ass now? Where's his black ass now?
Hold on, he told her to be Steven.
Yep.
Not Django, Steven.
Yep.
Samuel Jackson.
Yep.
Oh, Samuel Jackson. That's what he basically told her to do.
Exactly.
He said, "This ain't." Remember, he said, "This ain't the black game. It ain't the white game. It's the money game.
Right.
It's the money game."
Nah, ain't the money game. You
So
settle down.
So I want to go back to something that we talked about.
Stay on that. I'll be right back.
So remember we talked about slavery, right? And remember we talked about that white dude, right?
Yeah.
And you said you don't know how you would feel. How would you feel if you found out your family owned slaves? Because you know some black people did own slaves.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
How would you feel? I'm talking about personally. How would you feel? Because realistically, for me,
let's just be honest. I wouldn't give a damn. Now, if I was questioning about it, I would tell you they were wrong. I'm not in that position now. I don't know if I'm rich or poor. I don't know what if it was. If I gained from it, it was passed on. It was wrong.
Yeah.
If I could give reparations, where one single person can't. I can be a millionaire. That came from slavery, but I can't pay everybody. I can only treat you as my equal.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where I was with it. Because you remember we talking about how some white people feel bad because their people was you know what I'm saying? If my ancestors, and I'm just thinking about this, say like if I found out my great however owned slaves, I don't know. I know I wouldn't feel like.
What if one of the boys is on their mother's side, grandmother back, and it's like, dang, grandma, what you think? Hey, baby, it wasn't me. I love you.
What are we supposed to? I mean,
we can't.
I can't. Hold on a second. I don't want to say this. I can't hold up the sins of my forefathers. You know what I'm saying?
So they're living the curse of it.
Yeah.
Don't think they're living cool.
Yeah.
It had to be some type of curse.
Yeah.
Or some way of being a slave owner. It has come down to you're paying.
So I'm just saying though, if I found out my people owned slaves, I'd be kind of messed up, but what can I do about it? You know what I'm saying?
They didn't
There ain't,
change it.
there ain't nothing I can do about
But
it.
the problem is, it wasn't me. I don't want to talk about moving around.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't want to know what's going
that's-
on and how it affects me, your buddy.
Yeah.
Nah.
And some, but I think the bad part about that is some people have institutional wealth because of that. They have wealth.
Definitely.
They have wealth because of what happened back then.
Yes.
And wealth is passed down. So the question I asked them is, how would you feel if you found out your ancestors had slaves? Remember we talked about that white dude? How he's like, I hate it.
My ancestors did have slaves.
Really? How you know?
Yeah, I did the research.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
My slave owner was Hosea Rocket, who was born in Taylor, Mississippi.
But was he white?
Yeah, he was white.
I mean, I'm talking about Joe people, black people.
No, I'm telling you. Well, no, not black people, but
yeah, I'm saying
he
saying
is the direct lineage.
I know that because we got pitchfork lineage too, and I got all the way back to 1820.
Yeah.
So I know there's white.
I've traced my last name all the way back to actually France, but England with a name. But I know what you're saying.
I'm saying like your blood. How would you feel if?
Hey, shit. It's not that I'll be walking around. I would.
What?
I'll be walking around like, hey, my daddy folks that probably owns you. That would be me.
Now this is what I always say. I love this transparency. You know why? That's what I always say. That transparency is beautiful, but at the end of the day, it's really not a white. It's a human thing. Because I keep on saying, remember,
hold on.
Slavery can't wait. Don't you always say, hold on when I say this. Right? Slavery, remember, it started with our color, then it went to the yellow man, and then it went to the white man. And when I say yellow, that means Chinese. We had slavery, but it started with us first.
But I think
let's be clear.
Yes,
slavery was always a 7-year. It was.
No.
Hold on.
That's a type of slavery.
Like when you get into
indentured service.
But that's all. That was all.
No. He's talking about going back to Africa.
Yeah, let's start with Egypt.
Let's start with Egypt. Listen, Egypt.
Now it's different, right?
Egypt is black owned and slave.
Dude.
Hold on, I'm gonna say this.
Now it's different, right?
No, it's not different. But you want to get into technical history because there is doubt that Jews were ever.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this about Egypt, and this is just my thought process. I don't look Egyptian. I don't know about people from Egypt, so I don't really claim
those are not
Egyptians.
the truth. The Egyptians.
No, I claim Egyptians.
The Egyptians.
They are in Africa.
They're from Africa.
No,
They are in
Africa.
Africa.
The Egyptians.
But our Egyptians, I mean, if you look at
Egyptians that are there now are not the original Egyptians.
Who cares? Why are we talking about that?
But
we're talking about slavery.
Okay, let's get into slavery.
So
let's get into slavery.
So here's the thing. So slavery back then was more of a power grab.
Slavery was no.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Let me show you. We talk
It
power.
It wasn't about financial.
I'm using what you're saying.
It wasn't about financial.
Listen,
right.
Wait.
Power grab. Yeah. It's about being conquered.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once those slaves built the pyramid, the great pyramids, and those great cities that Pharaoh had them build, they brought in money. There wasn't no power. It wasn't just power.
It was power.
Slavery.
Hold on.
Can you tell me anywhere in history where slavery did not go hand in hand with money and coming up with money?
A lot of tribes had tribal people as slaves.
Oh, wait. And okay. So my question was, be careful. My question was, have you ever, in the history of slavery that you ever read or that you know of, didn't have anything to do with directly with money?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you saying?
I think you're steering the conversation off its axis.
Who?
Wendell.
Right.
Like when you.
The reason why I said that, I'll tell you the reason why I went there. I went there because I was saying slavery is slavery. people try to break it down saying indentured servants, but guess what? You know how you became an indentured servant?
Was the
You owed.
You owe money.
You owe money.
No.
Directly.
Listen.
Colonialism and slavery.
I did not call.
They kept you 400 years because of money. That cotton gin.
But you're mixing two different
No,
layers.
I'm not. If I go back to Egypt, what they built
Let's go back.
money.
Let's go back.
So let me touch. Let me touch.
How did building a pyramid back then attract money?
Right. Oh, well,
Because you
I'm gonna say to him that you're not gonna like.
the pyramid was a tool.
I'm gonna say something. The rocket that you're not gonna like.
Okay. Well, don't worry about that.
Look at this one.
Said
Game of Thrones. Right?
Oh, he said I ain't gonna like because I really don't know it. So yeah,
you got example. Once slaves build up a place, once they do it, it's not just people running around helping. That's some bullshit. That's a video game that your kid plays on his cell phone. They take slaves to help build larger cities, to bring in more loot, to have more people. It's always power and money.
Yeah, it's
when it comes to slavery,
process.
Power and money are directly proportional.
Yes.
There's no slaves in history where it has something to do with power or money. Even in indentured servitude,
hold on.
The power comes when I'm telling you what to do. The money part is you owe me. That's why your ass is here.
No.
It's directly
That's
proportional.
why I said power. I said power.
What?
Yeah, you did.
Power you grab. Money maintains that power.
I grabbed the slave.
Right. So when you talk about indentured servitude, it's not the same thing because slavery.
Whoa.
That's what it is.
So we enslaved.
What did we owe? Taken away from you.
What did we owe? Black folks, what did we owe? What do we owe to this day? We're still slaves.
Now you just switched back. I explained it, and you said we were getting off. So
no. Y'all brought in indentured servitude. I want to stay with slavery
because you said 7 years. That's right.
Because I did. Yeah.
7 years.
This is what I
years
said. When it comes to slavery, no matter when you look at it, you said power. I said yes, but I said also financial. I said wherever you go and you see slavery, it's always those two things: power and financial. You can add in color and the things that separate everyone. You can add that.
Yes, I agree.
Remember, when you separate the people, you control them.
But I'm not talking
power
about
or money.
I'm not talking about indentured servitude.
Okay.
I know that under both comes power.
The only reason you brought that up because you said 7 years. 7 years had to do with indentured servitude.
Right.
Completely.
But it was still like that is a derivative, but slavery in America transformed into something totally just out
different
of
from anything else. What? Tell me what?
Thanks to your kinfolk, Anthony Johnson.
Anthony Johnson.
Yes.
But I'm lost on that one.
He wants you to. It's the moment. Let the dust settle. Let the dust settle.
Oh, he know me. He ain't gonna steal my thunder.
Man, that was a drama build. Some music.
Oh man!
And he said the name.
Look, you're in my wheelhouse. You're in my web that I've woven.
That's the show, baby.
Oh,
is that correct?
36-23, Toronto's losing. I cannot believe it. If I keep on saying I don't believe it, they might win the finals. I'll just say it, keep saying it.
So this is a fact. Anthony Johnson was a black slave owner.
Yes.
And I want to say Virginia, but I'm going to say one of the 13 colonies.
That's where my slave owner came from. Virginia.
Mine as well. Rocket Landing, check it out. It's called Rocket District now, but anyway. So he was a black guy he was a slave that was freed after 7 years, and then he bought slaves, but he put them under contract into perpetuity of their life. So one of the white slave dudes was rapping with one of Anthony Johnson's slaves. It's like, dude, after 7 years, you free. So dude ran away. He was like, boom, I'm gone. Anthony Johnson turned around and sued because they were under contract.
That's a real nigga, man.
Dog, I'm telling you.
That's true.
Hey, straight up.
When I say that,
if you look up at
I don't say it in a bad term.
And from that point on, slavery was changed.
Have you? That's crazy.
Dude, hey, I'm gonna tell you. Hey,
Have you ever thought about this?
Let me tell you something, dog.
hold on, Dr.
We
Claude.
gonna some
Hold on.
books, and you gotta read them.
Let me cite my source. That it was like
we talking about Jack Daniels too.
yeah, nearest right here.
I know about Jack Daniels.
But Dr. Claude Anderson, who
talk?
talked that talk, I'm telling you, everybody need to. You need to be up on Dr. Claude Anderson. He put me up on this dude, and I went and researched it. And it's like, dude, everything he was saying is absolutely true and more.
Have you ever thought about how amazing it was?
Anthony Johnson was the first American pimp. Believe that. Continue.
There we go. There we go. Now you know
man.
he from Mississippi. He right Milwaukee, right out the game. Right out the game. He picked that up quick.
Have you ever thought how amazing it was? Now listen to this. White people wasn't teaching black folks how to read and write.
Nope.
But slaves were bringing lawsuits and stuff to them, but they supposedly couldn't read or write.
Now, some had help.
I'm just saying.
Some others learned how to read the Queen's English in that vernacular.
That's what I'm saying. It's great, but the fact of the matter is,
they learned it.
We dope. We
flipped it on them.
We as people is dope, dog.
Right.
We dope, dog.
Right.
Because
every day.
Because we can
that's
flip.
why.
We can
That's
flip
why
it.
they. That's why they
not
have
to read.
like.
We're gonna learn how to read anyway.
That's why they have.
You don't want us at Harvard? We're gonna go anyway.
They have 33 degrees of trying to.
Harvard just had the biggest class of black lawyers just graduate that they've ever had.
West Point had
the
biggest class of black women
that they've ever had.
That's a dope picture too. What
that was super dope.
I shared that. Yeah. Hey,
super
man.
dope.
Who
was the first black West Point graduate?
I don't know.
I would say me,
Kip.
but
Can't remember his last name. His first name was Kip.
Really?
He's the man.
I believe it.
But they don't teach you about like our true history, like John Horse. Like read about him and how he stood. Like he went to war against the United States. Like he was an escaped slave. He was running with the Seminole Indians. His brother-in-law was Cochise.
Cochise.
Dude,
Cochise.
Look up John Horse.
Cochise.
Because I'm gonna show you how to shoot. I'm gonna show you turkeys how to shoot.
Cochise.
Like I think one of his brother-in-law was named like Mudcat or something. They was dope dog.
Right, they wasn't having it.
That went over
hard to say goodbye.
Right.
Yeah, I know you talk. I know Cochise.
I'm gonna show you turkeys how to shoot it.
No, but really the Indians.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
But yeah,
I just realized where you went.
He was the Jackson's daddy.
Yeah.
You know, Cochise got a gremlin.
The gremlin. Because
the baby threw it in the toilet.
Because of the toilet. Because remember, they had to pour out a little something for the brothers over there. And I forget the light skinned dude. He's like, they ain't here. They don't get none. We gotta show respect. We gotta pour a little out for the brothers who ain't here.
Him and Tyler Perry, dog. That's what Tyler Perry already got it from.
All right, dog. Well,
go Bucks.
Hold on. Let's close it out because we do have the Bucks playing in the background, and they are whooping ass quite handily. We got angry black man going out with that. Hey,
we gotta go out with the angry black man.
That flavor dance he was doing.
Oh no. No. What's the old girl? She was pumping hard. Rosa Brand. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. Shout out to how she was talking. Because Mookie is still in her. Like, hey, I don't give it. She could be her job. Mookie. Go ahead, call me Mookie and shit. I like, with my ice cube.
You know what?
Baby,
that's one of my favorite movies, dog.
Oh man, got to
do the right thing. Do the right thing is, and I bought it on video probably 4 or 5 times. And I lost it every time.
Sal, you know black people lost Sal.
I just, you
want fucking black people to walk? You get your own pizza.
Bug it out. That's the name. Bug it out.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why Spike Lee movies to me are I love them, but I hate them because they always show the tragic end of the black man.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
No, man.
Oh,
Dude, we gotta pay a better attention, man.
24th hour or what?
What?
24th hour?
Black Klansman, was it?
No.
You know what? I haven't seen Black Klansman.
Which one was Chicago that they hated? They
Chirac?
You can never go back there.
Chirac.
Yeah.
You can never go back to Chicago, dog. He ain't gonna make it.
Them motherfuckers
They
got
don't like
niggas got short-term memory.
They don't like that he called it Chirac. All right, Wendell, let's go around. Tell them what you got to say.
Man, life is beautiful. Make sure you look after your kids. I want to give a shout out to my people. Have a good week until next week. Peace.
Rocket?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna close out.
Okay, I just want to say, let's go Bucks. Hopefully, by the time we talk to you next week, we'll be on a sweep. Hopefully, I don't think we're gonna sweep, but anyway, stand up for what you believe in and fight the power.
All right. So I'm trying to make this 4 things. Hey, go Bucks. Number 1. Number 2. Shout out to my daughter Imani.
Oh yeah.
She just graduated from Tennessee
Yes,
State.
congratulations.
Let's go.
Very
more
proud of you.
more black spark people.
Excellent. You know,
Black
definitely
excellence.
go out in this world and excel. Go to law school. That's just my advice. And then I want to just say, you know, I keep prayers for my uncle Johnny Rocket. He's not doing well, but
Okay.
you know, he's my mom just flew out and everything. I haven't talked to her, but
You will be in my prayers.
yes.
Johnny
So
Rocket. He felt like a rock star.
hey man, he was the guy that made me fall in love with the 49ers. So he always have a special place in my heart. He's a fun-loving dude.
That's
Gave me my
beautiful.
first beer too. I think I was 10. So definitely shout out. And then my cousin, he tried to pour out his hand. I was like, hold on, player. Hey, that's all. Hey, and I had the what do they call them? Booty shorts.
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, back in the 80s and shit.
It's cut off jeans.
We didn't know. No, they weren't cut off. They were swim trunks. We just cut out the net. Just like, yeah, that was hugging me too close. I wasn't comfortable with that. But closing out is, man, we got to survive the game.
The Bucks clown.
You know, and it's a game. You only got one life. There's a lot of shit that's going on against the black man, and you know, until we organize, we gotta play the game smart. We gotta survive it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got one more thing to say.
Oh man, go ahead.
Love your black brothers, because all of us, we need to love each other and say, I love you guys, and I love how you.
Love you too.
Yeah. Hey, salute.
Salute.
All right.
Deuces.
Yeah.
You want to turn it off?
1989. Another sound of the funky drummer.